I'm now in the distraction hole. I'm checking. I don't read Facebook. I'm checking Twitter. I'm reading news. I'm doing whatever I do, and I need something to interrupt me to realize that I'm in the distraction hole and to pull myself back out. What do you call that? Because I was saying, oh, I
Yeah.
can be distracted from being distracted, and in that case, it works. But there must be a better word for it.
So the reason that it took me 5 years to write Indistractable, one, I kept getting distracted until I figured out these techniques. And then once the hardest part was filtering it down what really matters. And it turns out there is no magic bullet. These stupid solutions, like grayscale your phone or, use Pomodoro. Like it's all great. Like, fine. Okay, fine. If it works for you, do it. It's not enough. You have to do these 4 strategies in concert. Okay, so here are the 4 strategies. Number 1, first and foremost, you have to master those internal triggers that we talked about earlier. You have to have arrows in your quiver ready that you can take out so that before you even start checking Twitter, you know what to do with that sensation that led you there in the first place. That's the most important first step. Second step, making time for traction. The days of having a calendar that's open, that has white space, are over. That's for children and retirees. If you want to do things in your day, you have to plan the time. Why? Because, first of all, if you don't plan your time, somebody's going to plan it for you. There's lots of vested interests out there that want your time and attention. And 2, you have no right to call something a distraction unless you know what it distracted you from. If you have white space in your day, what exactly did you get distracted from? You didn't plan anything. So you can't call something a distraction unless you know what it distracted you from. And I mean planning out every minute of your day. And you say, oh, that's so rigid. Why would I need spontaneity. Hey, you can plan spontaneity too, right? Like you can plan creative thinking time. That's great. You can plan diversions of attention. Wonderful. But put it on your calendar. The third step is hacking back the external triggers. So this is where we talk about the pings, the dings, the rings, anything in our outside environment that can lead us towards distraction, including our kids. Email. Oh my God. Meetings. How many stupid meetings are a distraction? I tell you systematically how to go through all of those external triggers. And then the fourth step is to prevent distraction with pacts. Pacts are when we make what's called a pre-commitment to make sure that we don't go off track. It's the last line of defense. And so when you use these 4 tactics in concert, that's how you become indistractable. So that you have a fail-safe. For example, one of the techniques that you use as the fourth strategy, you said, hey, I'm on Twitter. How do I stop? Well, part of the things that we can do is we actually can use technology to help us stop getting distracted by technology. So a tool that I use all the time is a site, an app called Self-Control that blocks out distracting sites that I'm likely to go to in a lapse of judgment so that I can't get to them during certain hours of the day. Right? Free technology, anybody can use it. And so that if I see, oh, you know what? I said from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, I was going to do my focused work time. Oh, I can't get to Twitter in the first place when the clock strikes that time, or if I'm on it, it'll stop working. And so that's how we can use many of these techniques. But the important part isn't the specific tactics, right? That's cheap. The important part is the strategy. Tactics are what you do. Strategies are why you do it. So it's most important to remember those 4 big strategies. That's what's going to help you become indistractable.